Welcome to the patio.
I saw a man rob a bank when I was 10. No, I didn't see the wrong kind. I wished that I was him. I grew up, thought was living in my head. Figured the life that I was living, I'd be better off dead. I watched the winners take everything.
Hey, welcome to the patio. It's T. I'm here with, almost my normal crew. I got Fortenberry. How you doing, Fortenberry?
Good. How's it going?
Doing well. DW, how are you tonight? You missed out on our drop on Tuesday. Well, how's things going your way?
Yeah, I'm fabulous. I was volleyballing.
He's fabulous. You were volleyballing?
No, I wasn't volleyballing. My daughter was volleyballing. We were watching.
There's a slight difference in I was volleyballing and my daughter was volleyballing. Just slight one.
National rankings are 6th.
Oh,
Nice.
Hey, in national rankings, Life from the Patio, we're like
Patio.
Patio.
You
I'm
said
gonna change
Patio. I
it.
like Patio.
Yeah,
I like
Life
Patio.
from
Life
we
from
are
Patio.
we are like 16,000 or 9 million or something like that, and we have a special guest in studio tonight. The man who, if you're watching on YouTube, is right under Donnie, right below me, right beside Fortenberry. It's another Fortenberry. We are double the Fortenberry pleasure this evening. We have Wes sitting in while Gary's out this evening. Got a few stories to tell with Wes. How are you doing tonight, Wes? I would consider Wes our number one fan.
It's a Fortin gaggle.
Or maybe our one fan.
I'm glad to be here. It's exciting.
Yeah, pull your mic a little bit to in front of your face.
Oh, yeah. It needs to be. But
Yeah.
actually, I hear him pretty good.
Yeah.
That mic's got a pretty decent stretch to it.
Don't tell him what to do. You should respect your elders, boy.
That's right.
Yeah. Donnie don't like being told about his mic because his sounds like this the whole night, where it's going back and forth.
That's right.
We've come a long way in a short amount of time. We had one fan in West. Now we got two in West and his wife, Charlie. And look, y'all, for y'all that don't know, the Fortenberry brothers. So first of all, we know about Jamie and a unicycle he got for Christmas.
That's right.
Then Wes got a pogo stick. So look, you go look on YouTube, watch our video, you'll see what they look like if you're not familiar with it. Neither should be on a unicycle or a pogo stick. Nor should myself, unless I have like 4 pogo sticks, 3 for each foot, and maybe one in the backside somewhere. But but these guys, they got a lot in common here.
Yeah, like we got the same family and everything. It's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, well, but y'all have the wife with same name, Charlie.
Oh, yeah,
which is
yeah, we
a
both
rare
married Charlies.
woman's name, and you both married Charlies.
That is kind of odd.
It is.
What are the chances?
Hey, I got a story to tell similar to this, though. Let me look it up real quick. I left this off the list.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, this is
Well,
it's a go ahead.
Didn't
Go ahead.
you say you're going to be, where are you going this weekend? Y'all doing volleyball this weekend, aren't you?
Saturday.
Saturday, where's it at?
It's here. It's Saturday.
Oh, that's good. We're going to New Orleans this weekend.
You gonna get lost again?
Lost.
Oh, you ain't never heard
You
this
haven't
story?
heard the story about
No, I
Jamie
have
getting
not.
lost?
Ah, Wes,
all right,
you've
let-
never heard the story
No,
about.
I'm sure there's
Jamie.
alcohol involved somewhere in this
No,
story. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
So, all right, let me tell the story.
Okay.
This is Marty Marr's son's bachelor party. We go down to New Orleans to meet him.
Have we told this story before?
No.
Oh.
So Terry, AT, and Marty Marr pull up at my house like 6 in the morning to pick me up so we can leave out. I get in the truck with the fifth of turkey. We have to stop in Jackson and get another fifth.
It's not very far.
No, it's
For all you listeners out there, it ain't that far.
like 3 hours.
So we get to New Orleans. We couldn't get in our condo yet, so we just like, you know what? We'll just walk the strip and go to Bourbon Street, hang out. So we get there and I start pounding the Hurricanes. By 3 o'clock, Charlie's getting pictures of me dancing on stage.
And he wasn't just dancing on stage.
Yeah, I wasn't just dancing. I was like, yeah, it was wild. So
He was like dancing on stage.
I was like, I had money in my pants. I had people stuffing money in my
There were
pants.
probably others that had money in their pants.
They must have been hard up to see some dancing.
So
I've seen you dance. It ain't that good.
as we're walking around, a guy hands me a brownie. I'm like, I love brownies. You know, well, I'm not going to eat a brownie.
Just a Oh, never mind. I'm not going
Yeah,
to
no, it was a special brownie.
Yeah.
But he does love brownies.
I do love brownies. So turns out I was supposed to quarter this brownie up.
That big guy going to eat the whole
Yeah,
brownie.
look at me.
Don't give a brownie
If
to
they
a
could've
chubby guy. You going to eat the whole thing.
If they gave me a pan of brownies, I'd ate them. So I'm belligerent at this point. So we all make our way back to the condo. And this story actually gets worse. So we all make our way back to the condo.
Only slightly worse.
And
Okay, very
Terry
much worse.
decides not to go back out.
I'm considered the old wise man, and there's a reason for that.
So I was passed out in, I believe, a hot water heater closet.
Well,
Don't know
okay,
why
let's
this-
back up. You're missing a couple key points here. He wasn't just passed out in a hot water heater cabinet closet. We go to open the door to the condo, and he has a drink in his hand, and I have photograph. Should I post a photograph on YouTube?
I think he,
I wouldn't.
I think he died in the hallway.
He passed out in the hallway, and they had to drag him in by his feet.
He died.
Now this is before we get into the room.
It's still daytime.
It's still daytime.
Okay, this is the first week in March,
Yeah,
2020.
March the 8th, 2020. Literally
COVID
1
hadn't
week
hit.
before COVID shut the world
So
down.
Wuhan, it didn't come from Wuhan. It came from Jamie.
No, this is why Jamie got it.
So look, I remember this vividly. Marty Mars in my face said, "Come on, Jamie, we're going back out. It's my son's bachelor party. Come on, come on." I'm a trooper, so I stand up
Heck yeah.
or I pull myself up. We go back out. We hit the bar, and I get one drink, and the guy cuts me off on Bourbon Street.
That's tough. That's hard.
Well,
to
first
do.
as he walks in and go, "Hey, Arkansas!"
Now that was
Arkansas
the second.
is
That's
here.
the second day.
Oh, that was the second day.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the second
Okay,
day. You
okay.
get ahead of yourself. So like, I get cut off at Bourbon Street at the bar, which is probably a feat very few people have done. So I tell Andy, I said, "Hey, what's the address to where we're staying?" And he says, "It's 615 Common Street." I said, "Bet." I start walking. I call Charlie, and I say, "I'm lost." And as I say that, my phone goes dead.
Well, but
So-
there's a piece of this that's very important, though.
So I go to 615 Common Street. It's a hotel. They don't look right, but keep in mind, I'm had a brownie, drunk. I'm not about I don't have my wits about
So
me.
Jamie floated into the hotel, woo, like a ghost.
So I go to the hotel. I go to the room. That ain't right. There's some women in there running around. I said, "No, this ain't me," and I left. And I'm walking up and down Common Street, up and down Common Street. Finally, around midnight, I just give up and find a hotel stoop. And I crawl in the hotel stoop and go to sleep on the street.
So
you
if
know,
you
wait.
get lost somewhere, was your first thought to look? I'll just go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
No
Why not just turn around and go back to the bar you were at?
questions. I don't know. So
Then we wouldn't have his fun story to tell. This would not be like. one
so
of the
look,
best
I
stories
wake
ever.
up about
He was
about-
on Common Street where common sense isn't that common. After a brownie and
So I
two
wake up at
fifths
like
of
2:00.
Turkey.
I wake up like 2:00, and I go into another hotel. I walk in the bathroom, use the bathroom. I notice that the bathroom stalls, the doors go all the way to the floor, and I'm like,
Heck
"That's a good
yeah.
good place to
So
sleep."
your hobo skills are already like just kicking in.
So I go to sleep in the bathroom floor of this hotel. And I lay there for a while. This guy keeps coming to check on me. But third time, I hear him, and I think to myself, I got to get him to leave because this
Call
dude
the police.
he's going to call the cops on me. So I start walking. I make my by this point, the fog's kind of lifting off of me. So I start walking. I'm gonna stop in every business I see. And I get to the third business, and I say, we're in a condo. I can't find it. The guy gave me the address of 615 Common, and the guy says, "Maine."
This is a homeless guy, by the way.
He says, "Maine, there's a 815 Common Street." As soon as he said, I was a son of a bitch, Andy Thompson.
You typed it wrong.
I knew as soon as he said it. So I just marched straight down to 815. I walk in, knock on the door because the glass is shut. And this lady comes to the front door and she says, "Are you Big T?" And I said, "No, ma'am, but I know what those words mean."
You found it. He survived.
It was about 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. She said, "All I knew was there was a guy in a leather cowboy hat and I had a tuxedo t-shirt."
T-shirt. That was the definition we
He's
gave.
formal, but here to party.
Yeah.
That's how we identified him.
So that's how I got. So look, I walked in the condo. Marty was the only one that was up. Everybody else was asleep. Terry didn't give shit. They was all.
I told them, look, they were kept coming back to the room. Look, at one point I was asleep, and they shake me and they wake me up, and I thought I died because I was surrounded by like 10 bodies all around the bed, and they're like, "T, get up, Jamie's lost." And I'm like, what?
Okay.
Jamie's lost. I said, he'll be home.
Look,
He'll be home. Oh,
they
they
were
called
all-
police.
there were
They
people
called
call it-
hospitals.
calling
Charlie was
me.
calling hospitals.
Hospitals.
There were people
police.
calling me like, "Hey, have you talked to Jamie?" Because I wasn't there, and they were texting me, "Hey, Jamie's missing in New Orleans." I was like,
Charlie was
He'll be fine.
every 15 minutes. Charlie was calling the hospitals to see if I. She told me she thought I'd been got a fight with a bum and got stabbed or something. But look,
No, he came one with the
look,
bums. He was one with the bums.
I walked in the condo and I said, "Marty, let my phone. I'm gonna text Charlie. Let her know I made it." He said, "This ain't a texting moment."
He did.
So I called her and I took that ass chewing. I deserved
"Ooh,
it.
I bet."
Hey,
So,
Jamie,
so the next morning she called me like 8 in the morning. We was eating breakfast. I felt fine, and that made it worse.
Because you weren't hungover or anything.
So look,
See, my boy is a seasoned vet living that hobo life, that drunkard life.
this was Friday night. All weekend long, every time a homeless guy walk up and ask for money, I'd tell him,
That's terrible.
I said, I was right where you were 12 hours ago.
He said, grab them bootstraps and you got to pull yourself up.
Pull yourself up by the boots. I was homeless once too.
In New Orleans, they like to do that little thing where they say, "I know where you got them shoes." Y'all heard that one?
Oh, yeah. I think I fell.
Then
for that.
they'll try to tell you that the shoes are on Bourbon Street or on whatever street you're
That
on.
ain't the English that I speak, player.
hey, Jamie, you should have started that instead of lost on Bourbon Street or in New Orleans. You should have said the day I went homeless and
Man, it was.
when I was a hobo in New Orleans.
And we started going through the pictures. It was like the end of the Hangover. Where all the pictures start popping up. There's pictures of me with snakes. There's
Should
one-
I add that to the video?
the snake one? Yeah, you can put that one on there.
I think I should do them all.
No, don't do them all.
Jamie's got a snake on his
Yeah, there's
shoulder.
one I got like a boa constrictor python wrapped around me.
The other one, he's got a hobo on his shoulders.
But the second day we went to Razoo's, the same bar we was at. We walked in the bar, the entire bar erupts. Arkansas.
No,
We're ready for you.
Wes, remind me, and off the air, I'll show you the pictures I have on my phone of this event. Then we returned home, and 1 week later, we were at a wedding shower for the same guy who we went to this bachelor party with. And while we're at the wedding shower, literally, the school's closed and the world shut down as we know.
They shut Bourbon Street down 2 days after we left.
2 days after we left. I remember,
Did it.
all right, on our way back home,
Shelby County had its first case.
exactly. You and I set up and listened to that
Look,
all the way
I'll
back.
never
I told Jamie, I said, Jamie, there's something to this crap.
I'll never forget. We was getting gas, and I put on some rubber gloves by the gas pump, and I said, "Not today, COVID." Being funny.
Oh, and this will be a shout out to Marty Mark. Did y'all know that in Louisiana you can buy liquor in a gas station?
Did
you
you
know
also
that?
know that in Louisiana they have drive-through places, or they did at one point anyway, called daiquiris or something? You can go through and buy
I think they outlined that.
Okay, so they used to have them anyways, and they came with like a 2-inch piece of paper on the straw, and that made it a closed container. But you could pick up a frozen
Well,
pina colada
in-
or
in
margarita.
48 hours, I'm gonna be waist deep in hurricanes. So,
and oysters and oysters.
I mean, oysters.
Y'all shut it down. Y'all literally
Yeah,
shut New
we
Orleans
literally
down.
did. Yeah.
But now, me and my wife and daughter, we went down there 2 weeks after they opened.
2 weeks out, so look, we put it out of business. You have an open.
You know,
back
it's
up.
funny.
Back
We
up.
closed down New Orleans, but we opened up Nashville.
up. We did.
We did.
Yeah.
Nashville's
The
opening
first week in
weekend in
Nashville, first
Nashville.
opening
We were
week.
there for another bachelor party.
They probably thought that Wes was you, and they were like, "The king has returned." It's like a weird Lord of the Rings type moment or something. He's here. He's returned.
Oh man,
All the
Probably so.
hobos came out of their little trash cans.
Yeah, the
and-
hobos is the chosen ones arrived. The
chosen
chosen one.
Well, there's a whole lot different about Nashville than there is about New Orleans.
Yes.
Jamie defeated homelessness in less than 12 hours. Congratulations.
It's really though, but he can actually knows where his homelessness originated, and it was with AT.
Look, what was bad? My phone went dead. There was a store to buy a
Hold
charger.
on. We got to tell the whole story. Next day, Jamie and I leave Razoo's. I said, hey, give me a tour of where you went on your homeless.
Did you miss
when
so
were
many
homeless.
like common sense
Oh, yeah.
thoughts?
Well, and he said, hey, I've got to bring, we were picking up some cigs for somebody. So we're walking along, and
Not
I said,
guns.
oh, there's a store here. I said, let's go in here and get some cigarettes. And open the door. It's like a convenience store, and there's all these chargers there. And we leave, and we literally take like 4 steps, and that's where he slept that night. He could have simply walked around the corner and got a charger
man.
for his phone.
And this is New Orleans, so this is the first time somebody had a charger and asked to charge their phone in a gas station or something. Like,
Well,
it's
he
all
could
the
have bought
time.
one. Even they had these little disposable like chargers. The fun we have, Jamie. We're gonna save some of the Nashville stories for later.
Yep.
I
So,
told him you'd
that's
be
me getting
okay.
lost in New Orleans.
Homeless in New Orleans.
So are you gonna try to top that this week, Jamie? Fortenberry, you gonna try to top that when you go to New Orleans?
Well, no,
This time he's gonna snort the brownie.
Are all the Fortenberry Nation going?
no, just me and the ladies. Mac's gonna stay back.
Oh, but you got Millie this weekend. You
Yeah,
got the
taking Angel Baby.
yeah. So, wow. You taking the kids down to Bourbon Street?
Absolutely. I mean, you're
Taking them to Razzoos?
You're never too young to hit Bourbon Street. I don't think they going to Razzoos.
A whole cheer competition. You're just taking the whole cheer team down to Bourbon Street. then.
No, I ain't taking a bunch of young girls. I promise you.
That's got bad written all
Yeah, I
over it.
know. That's me going to jail.
Well, if you go too
I'm not
far,
responsible for all them.
if you go too far down Bourbon Street, other things seem to dominate
Yeah.
the headlines.
Yeah,
All
we're-
right.
Speaking of headlines,
While Terry finds the next one,
Oh, I
unless he
got 'em.
has it ready. Oh,
Oh,
have y'all
they're
ever
all
been
ready.
to the little pirate bar
Yes.
in New Orleans?
It's called Jean Lafitte.
Yep.
It's Jean Lafitte. I think it's Blacksmith or something like that.
I don't think it's the best bar for
It's
sure,
the oldest.
but it's cool.
It's
Like,
the oldest bar in New Orleans.
it's a really cool bar. It's like there's a story behind it where like it
Yep.
was owned by like pirates at one point, and it's cool, man. You go check it out while you're there.
It's funny. I was there. It was the first time I think I went to a
Lafitte's.
Mardi Gras. Lafitte's. That's it. And there was this English guy that we kind of befriended. He's like, "Hey, you guys want to go to Lafitte's?" So we go to Lafitte's. It was like something from a movie. There was like 100-year-old man playing the hell out of this piano.
Fire.
It
like
was
a
really,
fireplace and
really
stuff.
dark, and it's like the floor was like dirt. And I'm like, this is like something from a freaking movie, but it was a cool place.
Yeah,
Thought I drove.
go check it out. While
We
you're
had
there.
a
It's pretty cool.
pint while we were there. Had a little pint.
It's just neat. It's,
But look,
I don't know.
stay away from those double hurricanes. That's what got us in trouble. And the brownies. Don't eat any brownies while you're there.
It's probably the brownie. It's probably what it was because you do okay with your booze.
You should do.
apparently I don't do well with brownies.
Apparently not.
You should do some like remote recording while you're there. Like,
I should take Hoggo.
sure.
you should take Hoggo.
You should.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of a brownie, you could try like a cookie or.
I think
You know, I wonder if that was technically a cosmic brownie.
I think
Like
it was
the
a
little
psychedelic. Psychedelic may be the
I'm about
correct
to
word
spit
for
my
that.
drink.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't believe you haven't told Wes about that story.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
I'll have to tell you about getting lost in Pocahontas later.
There ain't much to get lost in Pocahontas.
Oh, but he did.
Yeah,
he
that's
did.
story for another time.
All right, let's talk a little bit about politics, boys and girls, and we are going to talk something about a little bit about conspiracy theories. I promised you we'd talk about some of them, but we're going to set you up for what's coming at you in the future, boys and girls. All right, so I got two stories before we get into the quick takes. That's probably best for quick takes. Have you guys heard about the husband of a missing woman, Anna Walshe, who like the day before she went missing, searched how to dispose of a 115-pound woman's body on Google?
I have not.
Was his wife approximately 115 pounds?
Do you want to take a wager on that?
I bet she probably was.
Yeah. Look at the photograph. Yeah.
If I was him, I'd have said, Your Honor, she was 116 pounds. Clearly, that wasn't me.
So not only did he search how to dispose of a 115-pound woman's body, law enforcement sources told CNN that Anna Walsh's husband also searched how to dismember a body. Wow. The husband of missing Massachusetts mom, Anna Walshe, reportedly conducted an internet search on how to dispose of a 115-pound woman's body. He also looked for how to dismember a body. Investigators continue to search into the disappearance, but they have arrested her husband. Wow.
What
It's
they arrest him for?
All circumstantial.
They accused him of misleading police in the search for his missing wife. That's what they arrested him for.
Is that
So basically, I don't have anything real solid, but
yeah? So what is that, Donnie? That's
But he does have. Well, they do have circumstantial.
he was
evidence.
basically like
yeah. What's the word?
interfering with a
Yeah.
investigation.
So they do have him on Home Depot surveillance footage, spending $450 on cleaning products, including mops and tarps. Despite telling authorities he is 40 miles away
This dude
while
chopped this
visiting Whole
woman up,
Foods.
man.
I mean, why do people not look? This dude needs to ride with me for a while. Listen to all the murder podcast I listen to.
Yes.
I mean,
He's how do you dispose of a 115-pound body? And it said Jeffrey Dahmer has entered the chat.
look,
He posted a meme that said just eat it.
his next Google search was how to remove Google searches.
I got
Permanently.
Yeah, I'm a little worried though because
Is private search really that private?
my wife been looking at how to dispose of a 300-pound man, and that's a little disturbing. They said you cannot. There's always evidence of it left around.
Terry, she's gonna be a little short. There gonna be some of you left, big man.
They got him. They got him. Yeah. So I got a feeling this guy.
Yeah, 300-pound man. There'll still be a section of meat
Jamie.
left over. There'll be a little meat left over.
She didn't know any better. There you go. You guys hear about what's going on with the FAA this morning? They 10,000 flights delayed, canceled.
Yeah, that's a massive
That's
issue.
a ton of flights, man.
It was a computer glitch at the FAA. Delayed airline traffic across much of the nation early Wednesday.
So I think here's the question: Is it a cyber attack? And they're not saying that; they're just saying it's a flaw or issue.
They have animately denied.
Yeah,
it's
they
a
have, but I
cyber
bet
attack.
it's a cyber attack or a test cyber attack.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, I thought about on the way over here. That's a good way to cripple the industry. I mean,
Well, do you guys know, like last night, this power flicker occurred in entire Northeast Arkansas corridor and Southeast Boot Hill.
Huh.
And did you guys flicker probably about 7 o'clock, or did you notice?
I mean, I turned my air on about 7 o'clock. It flickered anyway. So.
Well, but there was a huge surge, and they don't know what caused that. Yeah, I think that there's something going on here.
Well, look, and me and Wes both have read some of these survivor books and stuff. So one of them, the whole plot starts off, a group of terrorists go across the country and attack
Energy grids.
Yeah, they attack the energy stations all at the same time, and it just plunges the North America
It'd
to
be into
chaos.
chaos, yeah.
I won't let Charlie throw away bar soap just because of all that.
Throw away what?
Bar soap. You know, the bars of soap.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I won't let her throw it away. I'm like, hey, that's going to be, anything happen, that's going to be valuable.
Yeah. Keep your soap.
I don't really keep soap, but
You can't drop this.
Well, bar soap don't expire or anything.
Yeah.
does other soaps expire?
Wes trying to stay clean. Fool, it's the apocalypse. Ain't gonna be no clean folks right
Look,
now.
I'm gonna be like,
I'll tell you right now.
Wes gonna be living in the Peabody because he's clean.
From one of those books, I learned that all the uses you can do with kudzu. You can dry it out, use it to make flour out of it. You can make chips out of it. It has multiple uses.
that plant that we brought over here that's evasive and been
It's
destroying.
everywhere.
Yeah. So you can make flour out of kudzu. Dry it, and make flour.
Dry it, crush it, and you can use it to make bread.
Y'all know my plan, but I don't think I can say it.
Oh, I have the same plan. It'll involve me knocking on the neighbor's door and say, "My children are hungry," and that's it.
Then you look for how to dispose of a 115-pound woman.
Yeah, then we
Then you
Google.
Google. Then you Google.
It'd
Then
be
you're like,
insane.
crap, we don't have the internet anymore.
Yeah.
Them damn
So,
Chinese.
guess what? When people see you coming after the apocalypse, they're gonna shoot on sight.
They're glad to.
They say, "Look, Fortenberry Nation's rolling over here." He'll have his kids like going in the back door while he knocks on the door.
Jamie's gonna be walking up to my house and be like, Amanda, we can't afford to feed all of them.
All you see is Jamie. He doesn't have the rest of the Fortenberry Nation swarm into place. They're coming in from chopper to climbing through
Everywhere.
the window.
Down
do-
the chimney.
I do think Delta
Down the
Acres,
chimney.
Delta Acres has to establish together against Hunter's Point or whatever this new thing is coming.
Hey, not a soul lives there, so we.
Oh,
gotta go
they
to-
look like they're ready to start though building. But hopefully they don't.
They've been doing a lot of clearing.
Yeah. So everything got back on. Well, I'm not sure it's back on track, but 9,000 flights
Dottie disappeared
were
too.
delayed again.
Again.
Nobody wants to
Gosh
see me.
dang camera.
They want to
But-
see you sexy gentlemen with beards.
So, did they? So are the flights flying? Are they up in the air now?
The flights, they is a
They
flying.
fly.
Yeah, they were flying by like 11, I think, today.
Look, we
It-
got
Dinner
our
time.
we got
it
our
wasn't
tickets for
down.
Disney. That's all I know.
It wasn't down very long, but Southwest had all those issues too
a few weeks ago.
about a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seems odd. I mean, maybe it's just a
Hey,
simple
conspiracy
situation,
theory
but-
Thursday right here. We're already starting it out by
But
accident.
I mean, was it a cyber attack?
We'll
if it
never
was,
know.
they wouldn't
We'll
say
never
it.
know. Oh, of
No.
course not.
Unless we find it and tell everybody about it. Maybe that's our claim to fame. We need to tell
Look,
everybody
look,
that it was.
Look,
a
y'all
cyber attack.
tell everybody about it, and I'll tell everybody about y'all.
I mean, would they
Because
really want to tell you?
it'll be like Terry will suicide himself.
Wouldn't admitting it they had a cyber attack, wouldn't that be a weakness?
Exactly.
Show
Oh
weakness?
yeah, it'd be a huge weakness if you're like, hey, some country attacked us. But and I'm sure if that's the case, then right now we're doing something back. Right, we're screwing
That's right.
something up in their place.
I'm sure.
We test each other constantly, and I mean, really, we look
It's
at
all
it,
about
well,
testes.
we look at it as Americans because we live here, right? And we're like, oh my gosh, hey, we're getting cyber attacked. We do that crap all the time too.
Oh,
We give as much as we take. I promise.
I'm gonna venture guess.
I wish someone would cyber
We
attack
probably
me.
give more than we take.
These
And
men,
put a
they're
bunch
out
of-
here cyber attacking. Jamie can't even find a charger.
That's
So
right.
sad.
We need a cyber attacker to like take money from the rich and just put it in our account.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I like
what we
this
need.
idea.
So enough about cyber attacks. The 118th Congress began on Tuesday
I love them.
with Republicans taking control of the House and Democrats maintaining their majority in the Senate. You know that a split Congress typically is good for a stock market. It's good for
Man, we
economy
sure
in
need
general.
that.
Yeah, I think though our executive powers can still ruin anything. But the first day was marked by the election of the new speaker. Actually, I may be a week late. This may be an old.
Is it good for our crypto that we have banked up?
They had a nice little bump the other day. So let me change this story.
Well, I mean, right off the get go, the what'd you say was 118 Congress?
Yep.
So they've already they're wanting to do one bill or one item bills. That shouldn't even be an issue. That should be a
Because you can't
claim
hide.
bill.
Because
Yeah, but it's not gonna
so
pass.
much
Yeah.
stuff in them, man.
They're wanting to do away with what else was there? They want to allow, I think it was 72 hours or no, it's 4 days to read a bill before it's allowed to be voted on.
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
No, it shouldn't be.
Should be standard.
Yeah, you know what I didn't see in there was term limits.
Well, you ain't
Golly, man. You got 80, 90-year-old people, running.
Like we said last time, there's I think 8 people that were born before World War II.
Yeah, they've seen a lot, but it's you need to let some new blood in there too.
I mean, new blood,
I
they're
wonder
on
what
dialysis.
I wonder what the average age is.
We looked it up the other day.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
talk
did.
about it. Then we talked
Yeah,
about it.
I
It was
think
like
we did.
crazy high.
How high was
It's
it?
probably in the 60s.
How high was it? It was me
Oh
in New
no, I
Orleans
think
high.
it,
You
I
in
think
New
it, I
Orleans
think it
high.
was like higher than 60s. So we have a new Congress. We have a split Congress. We
I'm
have the
proud of you.
House that's Republican. We have the Senate that's still controlled by Democrats. But the House led.
Oh no, I thought Senate was I didn't think it was controlled by Democrats.
Well, it basically is.
You
It's
count the
48,
independents?
49 plus 3 independents that all caucus with the left. And then you have the tiebreaker in
And I
Queen Kamala.
Queen Kamala.
Kamala. They call me Kamala. So the GOP-led House proposed its first bill.
What is that?
What?
What's first bill? I
Oh.
was setting you up.
Well, I know.
Damn,
I
I
was like, wait a minute. What do you mean? I thought
Jamie-
you asked me what's the House.
Jamie
or-
said that like we're in a horror movie. He's like, what is
What
that?
is that?
I don't know. Let's go upstairs.
Tell
the
us that
first
bill, Tate.
policy would defund President Biden's efforts to help the Internal Revenue Service crack down on tax cheats.
I love it.
It's a bill that's predicated on
Just a second. What website are you reading that from?
MSNBC.
I was gonna say the
we're
way
gonna
you-
take a left. We're gonna take a left turn.
The
here.
way it read,
You're going to
instantly-
enjoy the way I read the rest of this too. So it's a bill that's predicated on disinformation, whose only real constituency is wealthy people who don't want to pay their fair share. And it underscores how the Republican Party's so-called populism isn't about empowering the working class. It's about exploiting them.
Jeez.
That's journalism.
Who does the IRS typically attack? Does it attack rich people?
Oh.
No.
Why does it
Don't
not
go here.
attack rich people?
Because rich people have lawyers to defend
Yeah,
themselves.
they have lawyers and
Because
And
they
and
were
also have
prepared.
the best accountants in the
like,
world.
Wes, who does your taxes?
Charlie.
TurboTax?
Yeah, well, Charlie.
Yeah. I mean, we do TurboTax. I mean, IRS is looking for folks like me to mess up.
I got my boy Jeremy Roder. Ain't coming after me.
So that's right.
Jeremy knows all the loopholes. He got me.
But I mean, the point being, it is geared for people like us.
And I mean, what do they really get out of us? I mean, by the time they do all their little,
So many taxes from the middle class, I think.
by the time they come after us and pay somebody to look into all of our stuff and realize that we missed paying $200 last year, and it cost them $1,000, $2,000 to
Yeah, they don't
Remember?
care. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's bureaucracy for you, though. I mean, they don't care.
right.
The bill had a little more to it than that, too. The bill also included the elimination of the national income tax.
I love it. We need to do away with income tax.
They would tax us somewhere else.
No, they defined that tax.
We need a federal sales tax.
That's exactly what they proposed.
Boom.
Let's do it, because then the more you buy, the more you pay.
Yeah. I mean, then you can't get mad at anybody. You can't say there are loopholes or nothing. If you spend $1 million, you pay $1 million.
Well, then they
Think
add there's more to it.
Your check pre-tax.
Yeah, it's 30%.
My check pre-tax is great.
It's 30%. It's 30%.
Yeah.
So,
Golly.
and it not only would include a national sales tax, which they do not define as to what that would be. I'm sure it'd be 10, 12, 15%.
If it's 10%, that's fine. That means state of Arkansas would pay 20%.
There would be a compensation tax. I don't really understand what that, or consumption tax, rather. I don't understand what that would be, but I'm sure it would have to do with companies like.
So if you paid 20%, you'd go buy $300 worth of groceries. You'd pay $360.
Yeah, and now you pay $330.
Yeah. And I'd rather do that, honestly, than pay
Oh, dude.
income tax.
Well,
because you're paying 30%.
I mean, how many times a month do I buy groceries? A couple?
Yeah.
So this would if this did, it will not. This is simply a symbolic vote because that's what it took for McCarthy to win the House. It's really kind of sad in all fairness.
But in fairness, it won't work, or they're not going to do it.
No, they're not going to do that.
But they put it on the table.
It would eliminate the IRS. They would still need IRS agents for something, but it'd take it down to probably a third of what it is.
Actually, I think it would. Yeah,
Well,
I think it would be like that.
A huge portion of what they do is based on income tax.
Yeah, exactly. They would still there would still be a need for the
there'd
agency.
still be a need, yeah.
But yeah, they could take away 2/3 of their.
Especially for but it'd be more not for the common person as much. It'd be more for.
But hell, if you
corporations
eliminated
and
2/3 of what their staff is, that saves money.
and it does suck for those people though that.
I'm sorry, you work.
Have a job.
Yeah,
at the IRS.
I apologize.
So,
Look, the government does not make money.
there are tons of states that don't have income tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there's probably more than
and have higher sales tax and stuff like that.
I think I read at one point that
so you can't say it doesn't
five
work.
richest states in the union
Yeah,
don't have income
they're
tax.
probably sales tax.
Does Mississippi have
not anymore.
Yeah,
Tennessee
Not anymore,
does.
does it? I thought they canceled it
Mississippi
they
still
talked
does.
about it, but they hadn't done anything yet.
because the casinos.
Tennessee doesn't, I know.
Yeah,
No,
Tennessee does.
Tennessee does not.
Tennessee's like number 3 on the list for richest state. in the
Florida, I think, does not.
Yeah, but they pay out we got
Wes,
tax
lift
day
that
for.
mic up to your mouth.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get it close to
New
you.
York's like something crazy.
Union. Is that better?
Yeah,
a
much
lot
better.
New York income taxes are like, I don't know what they are. They're high.
If in the top bracket, I think it's 50%. So is California. You
But
pay
like
almost like 50%.
when you
of
buy
your income.
tags for your vehicle in Tennessee, it's outrageous. Like we got tags today for Maddie's car, it's $35.
Yeah, but so let me ask you a question though. How many people do you know that look at the filing of income tax as basically receiving their
Car?
what?
Yeah, Maddie got a Cadillac.
Crap, we're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old.
What are
He
you
threw
talking
me.
about?
He said Matt. He got tags for Maddie's car, and they
Yeah.
just go. I quit hearing anything you were saying or
Yeah, he
anybody
had that
else.
car. But how many people do you know that treat income tax not as what it is, and it's that the government took too much of your money? They look at it as, oh, that's my income tax refund. They almost look at it like it's a bonus that they're getting at the first of the year, to the point where they don't even care about the money. They just want it rapid refund, and they'll pay 3, 4, 5, 10%, 20%. They eliminated that in most states that you couldn't do that anymore, but there were people making a lot of money off
Yeah,
of
but
that.
technically you would still get the child tax credit though. You'd have to, or they would have to because you're the part of a. Well, I say that.
Well, they
So
probably
would that
wouldn't
mean you
tax
would get a
groceries.
refund? You know what? You could still file taxes and get a refund based on the amount of sales tax you spent each year.
Yeah.
You'd have to keep receipts of everything you purchased.
Yes, and
But that won't be so difficult because they're going to track all of your transactions anyway on your phone.
actually,
I'm a little worried about all.
yeah, you just made me nervous when you said that.
I'm a little concerned about all my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App.
Oh, they've already said, yeah.
Well, they're pushing that off of you. Did you see that?
Are they good? They
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
because
they're going to
They're
give
pushed
you a
it
year.
off a year. Hallelujah.
Yeah, and they claim it's only 600, but you brought up crypto a minute ago. The digital dollar is a real thing that the government's looking at to replace the paper dollar.
Donnie's off. I see a little girl swinging on a swing.
Hit the goddamn screen. We got to find a better camera. The iOS camera's our best option, but
But
I didn't have time
okay.
to
So
work on it.
anyway, back to what we was talking about. Though, like on the
Donnie went to the
Venmo thing.
mountains.
Like Maddie did fundraisers. Everybody Venmo'd us money.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to pay taxes on that now.
Yeah,
You know, and it's not going to you; it's going to the.
yeah, it's
You're
fundraising.
Well, but the
Transferring
thing
it.
about taxes, you can claim anything on your taxes. You can file anything on your tax or leave things off your taxes. It's only a problem when the IRS says, "Hey, you didn't do this." But if they can come back and say you didn't do this, why do they need to file taxes in the first place? Why don't they just know how much I owe and they just send me
Look,
a check?
that's the problem. There's a great meme, and it's the IRS is causes, or I can't remember how it sets up, but it's basically you owe us money. Well, how much do I owe you? We can't tell you, but if you get it wrong, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Hey,
That's
Jamie.
exactly right.
So Charlie's gonna kill me for this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Let's
We
go.
love
Venmo cards
these.
for
Which
work.
Charlie? Your Charlie or his Charlie?
My Charlie.
Charlie F.
Yeah, Charlie F.
Okay.
Why is it
So
F?
we got Venmo cards to use at the vending machines at work, right?
Uh-huh.
So
I got one of those.
she was sending me like $15, and then I would send $5 back to her to help keep both our balances up, right?
Yeah, we do that.
Well, I would ask you to put a note, and I kept putting. I still leave money on the dresser. I left it. I'm giving you Venmo. Thanks for the services you rendered last night.
Oh,
You know, just all that shit. Now, if the government steps in and starts some tax,
They're like, Wes out here buying hookers. and such.
They're going to hit her up for unpaid income
Yeah,
tax.
Yeah, income tax for her special services.
Unpaid wages.
Unpaid wages. But no, really, the digital dollar, it is a way of eliminating the cash transaction. If the cash dollar is no longer part of or in circulation or used as a way to pay for services, then it allows the government to track every transaction, to tax every transaction. Because right now, the number's astronomical as to what.
Shouldn't Democrats like this? I mean, they want to be in our ass pocket. So I mean, there they go.
They should.
well, I mean, don't the U.S. government lose money by printing money?
Well,
They
inflation.
do.
Well, yeah, it drives down the value of the dollar.
So
what
if you
does.
have digital,
Look, we just need to go to Road Warrior type style where petrol and bullets is what the currency is.
So you've been Googling how to dispose of your neighbor. You've then laid out your plan to have Fortenberry Nation.
This
I haven't
is-
Googled it. I know how to do it.
This is coming from the guy that put his sight on his gun backwards.
Fortenberry
Petrol
Nation.
and bullets. Put that sight on the wrong way.
But Fortenberry Nation, we know now, if you see them roll up after the apocalypse, you probably should lock your doors and pull your weapon.
Look, Donnie, don't get mad because I'm shooting people behind me.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, as you're walking
He
away,
said,
you're-
I told him, I said, Jamie, just fire a few more shots, man. We got to be getting close. We're trying to dial in. So I said, man, let me get down there. I looked in the sight and saw the truck behind me. I said, Jamie, man, did you put this on? He said, yeah, this is backwards.
it's terrible.
It happens.
It happens.
Probably not, but
So no. So Congress is working on these bills that'll never get passed.
yeah, they'll never get past. They're symbolic, but
But your president has got something that he's interested in too, and
what was it? Cocoa melon?
not exactly, but just a second here. What did I do with that story?
He's up there going, Jill, the new episode of Barney's on.
Well, it's almost that bad because he's in support of banning the sale of new gas stoves.
That son of a bitch. I like my gas stove.
I got electric.
I got electric.
Do you? I like gas stove. You got electric tea?
Yeah, but that's only we would have gas, but we had electric. We moved in, so we just stayed with electric.
I like electric.
I mean, if I
like
had
gas.
my choice, I'd probably pick a gas stove. But
Yeah, so a federal agency is considering a ban on gas stoves due to indoor pollution linked to childhood asthma. In an interview with Bloomberg, a U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner said gas stove usage is a hidden hazard.
Okay, let me say this. Let me throw this out there.
I think they're already banned in California.
Probably
It's
are.
one state.
Everything's
I
banned
can't
in
remember which
California.
state it is.
Thanks,
but, yeah.
California.
Let me say this. For eons, we ran off gas stoves, yet asthma didn't pick up till the last 20 years.
So we're making weaker kids. Our
Yeah,
gene pool is getting weaker. Is that what you're saying? It's not the stinking gas stoves.
I mean,
it's we got to improve the gene pool.
They used
I think is
to
what
they
you're
used to
saying.
eat lead paint.
that's right.
And
Well, you know, we're going away from plastic straws because it's destroying the environment. But I'm old enough to remember when we went to everything plastic because we were destroying the forest.
yeah, destroying the trees.
Oh, that's another conspiracy theory I want to talk about.
I don't
We're
like
not going to talk about
straws.
tonight.
I'm not a straw guy.
I don't like straws.
I mean,
either.
I'll drink from the cup. I know some people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's gross.
Damn.
You're drinking.
Yeah, turn it up.
You're drinking. You're
What are
drinking,
you
putting your
doing
mouth
over
on the
there?
cup." Like people that drink with straws
Look.
and cups, they're like, "Hey, you're putting your mouth on the cup." Well, you got a whole drink that you're drinking with a straw out of the same cup.
Look, I'll say this, and Wes will know exactly what I'm talking about. Years ago, our grandmother had lung cancer. She sat in the hospital. She sat there with that straw, just take that tongue and just kind of like grab the straw with the tongue. You look sick.
I'm not even sure where you're
So
going with
you
this.
link a straw to being sick.
Yep,
when you
I
see
sure
it.
do. I sure
There you
do.
go.
Oh.
Jamie, no lie. You can ask anybody, Charlie, any of them. I can't drink out of bendy straws because I feel like I'm sick.
Yeah, see, I don't like it.
If I get a bendy straw in a restaurant, I flip it upside down so I don't have to drink out of the bendy side.
I've
You're
never
still drinking out of the bendy straw, though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's a mental
but then
thing.
it's laying on the bottom is actually more efficient.
Now you look physically sick and mentally sick, Wes. What the crap? What are you doing?
Okay, so one more
With his football
conspiracy
helmet on.
theory.
You're like, oh, he's so sad. This guy putting a straw in upside down.
I'm not even sure it's a conspiracy.
Wes has got
theory.
his football helmet on with the straw backwards.
Microplastics. You guys familiar with microplastics? I don't want to talk about.
I'm familiar
tonight,
with
but it's something I'm gonna
micropenises.
put on the list. Well, microplastics and
Very
humans.
familiar.
Yeah, I just how familiar you with.
I'm like this with one.
He said he knows what they feel like and everything.
there is some belief that microplastics is contributing to exactly what you said, reduction in manhood.
Oh, that's the one where your tank shrink.
Yes, exactly right.
You ain't heard that?
Yeah.
The shrinking tank.
It's the
The
space.
distance
the
between
space
Oh,
your.
between-
okay. We're going to get into it. I was
Yeah,
going
but
wait.
There is a actual
Study. There's
yeah,
studies.
study. So the distance between your tank as your tank shrinks, you have less testosterone.
Okay, so hold on.
I heard
hold on.
the study's
Hold on.
tainted.
Well, okay. So the way in nature that you determine the sex of a creature, whether it be even a human, is when they're first born. Sometimes you can't really tell the genitalia. So you look at the distance between the anus and it's the taint, that skin. And in a female animal, the taint's quite small, and in a male, it's quite long.
Now, you're bad off if like you come out of your mom and they had to measure your taint instead of looking to see if you have a penis to
Well,
see what
it's about
sex
animals
you
too.
are.
Micro penis.
It's about animals too, but the belief is that pollution, specifically, what do they call it, microplastics or small piece of plastics, is shrinking the human genitalia, and it's then what that's doing is reducing, like you said, the amount of testosterone, and it's impacting the masculinity of the population. And if you think about where
So
we're
you're
going,
telling me I should be mad at my mom for getting plastics?
Yeah, we consider you not very manly, Jim. That's why you have facial hair. It's those
No, but
things.
generally, like
Look, man, Jamie has proved that just facial hair doesn't make you manly. Like,
stop.
stop.
No, seriously, like I don't think it's. Is it just in our mind, or is it real that our grandfathers were way more manly and tough than what we got out now?
I think it's probably more diet based.
Well, but I think
I
that,
mean,
that
I
I think
grandma
there
even
was a
this-
whole lot less processed foods back in the day.
yeah,
and-
but they never drank water from plastic bottle. We
No,
drank
but
most
just
of our
the-
water from a plastic bottle.
I heard mine from a garden hose.
But in the same sense, as they also they grew up on a farm. They grew up without air conditioning. They grew up with
Yeah,
They had to work.
like so. Grandpa Fortenberry. I think about this a lot when I do think about dieting. That
You think about Grandpa Fortenberry?
yeah, because like if you remember, they only ate meat like once a day, maybe once every other few days, because that's just how they grew up. They grew up. They didn't eat meat every day.
they had beans, they had rice, they had
raw
vegetables.
onions. I mean,
Well, Jamie,
Yeah.
you remember
meat was a luxury.
They didn't know what quinoa was.
well, none of the food was coming from the store and processed.
No,
Well, Jamie, you'll remember even Grandma back just 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when she would cook, she'd cook a big lunch, but almost no supper. It was
Yeah.
leftovers.
Yeah,
Whatever
the-
was left over from lunch, we ate for supper.
that was how they used to eat.
She hadn't had a good winter in a long time. Is that the same grandma?
That's the
That was the
same
funniest
grandma.
thing I've ever heard.
Oh, I thought you and D-Rock. Who was with us? You, D-Rock?
Me, you, and Derek. Yeah.
Was it just, yeah.
That's so funny.
Have you heard this story? So,
No, I
look,
haven't.
Terry, these two guys, him and D-Rock, go to ride with the Newport up into my grandma's house. And we're sitting there talking. She starts
Sweetest lady, dude, like ever. So nice.
She starts talking about the George Foreman grill because it just came out. She said, I'd love to have one of George Foreman's. I ain't had a good wiener in a long time.
No, we were coming back from a restaurant. She took us to a little diner in town, and she had a hot dog while we were there. And we ate whatever, and then we were driving back to get in your truck and head back like home. And we were driving, it got real quiet, and she's driving the car, and she said, I tell you what, I just haven't had a good wiener in a really long time. Of course, me and Derek in the back were like, immature, 16 maybe?
I would laugh now. Well, Jamie, I took Charlie over to meet her, and the first thing she says when I walk through the door, she's sitting in that little chair with her back to me, kind of, when you walk in the room. And the first thing she says to me is, I need you to trim my bush. And Charlie turns to me and says, what?
Wow.
She had that one bush in her yard.
Just one.
Most of us have one. We got off the rails quick.
Boy, we went off fast. God rest Jamie's grandmother's soul.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully she had a wiener.
She didn't have a wiener.
She didn't.
Well, she might have. You don't know.
Well, good point.
Did you ever see?
I don't know. Western under Bush asking him.
No, we probably should have. We probably should have measured the tank to see what she was.
On the other side of that, she had a very weird neck massager.
Oh, good.
All right, let's get back on point.
Yeah, I got to drink some. I got to pour a little more monkey shoulder. All right, where are we at? We got way off topic.
Hey, let's hit. Actually,
Let's do some quick takes. We ain't done quick takes.
Let's do some quick takes. Yeah, we already got 45 minutes going.
Do we?
Yeah. Texas takeaway. How do you pronounce it?
All right, keep trying.
A Texas restaurant customer fatally shoots a masked robber and returns money to patrons.
I saw it, and I fully support him.
So I heard he's going before a grand jury.
Yes. So he walked
Pretty sure
up.
they have to find this guy innocent.
But now, I was always told you don't ever shoot nobody in the back, even if they're coming in your house.
I was always told you shoot until you feel no longer threatened.
I think that
and you only shoot when you are threatened.
He was threatened.
The dude's brandishing a gun.
Was he?
I think you can say, "Hey, I don't know if this guy's going to spin around and shoot me and my wife sitting at this table." I felt like my life was threatened.
Even though you shot him 8 times, he's on the ground. You need that headshot to make sure he's not getting back up.
Always double tap.
I
always 9
you
tap.
were always in fear for your life.
Always.
And in that situation, you probably are. Some people,
adrenaline's up.
Yeah, people want to act like, oh no, I just did what I did.
Shoot him in the leg.
Stop.
No.
Man, if I shoot him in the leg, could I miss their chest?
They do believe that the robber may have had a plastic gun.
Oh, he did. It was
don't
plastic.
matter.
Plastic. It was
He
fake.
wasn't representing it as that.
No. I mean,
no.
You know what? You play dumb games, you get dumb prizes.
Yep. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I hope the guy gets off and he gets another robber.
Like a bad carnival.
All right, next.
And he returned their money.
And he returned. I'd kept the money. I'd be like, I earned it.
He's better than the IRS.
They may give him
I'd be
that.
like, I earned his money.
Yeah, the IRS come calling.
I wonder if he regretted not having a billfold that said BMF on it.
I thought about that exact thing.
A burglar sued a homeowner after being sexually assaulted by German shepherds while stuck in the house's pet door.
So did y'all see that this person's projected to win possibly 100,000 to
I thought 700 something.
Well, that's what they're asking,
yeah.
but most.
So those that don't know, this guy breaks into a home, or he tries to break into a home.
Baton Rouge. This is in the U.S.
Yeah, he goes through the doggy door.
The woman's in her 90s.
Yeah, she got German shepherds. He gets stuck, and the German shepherds tear a hole in the back of his pants and then ass rape him for an hour before he finally decides to call the cops, which is really actually concerning. I mean, it'd taken 30 seconds about I get the cops out here now.
I wonder if the dog got stuck to him like they do.
It was
he said they took turns.
It was a 93-year-old woman, a widow.
So look,
I'm glad my German Shepherd's female.
He sat there for an hour taking this, decided to call the cops. It took 45 minutes for the cops to get there. So he had an hour and 45 minutes of getting brutally raped by German Shepherds.
I've been a cop. If I walk up and a German Shepherd is pounding some burglar, I don't know how I'm going to feel. This is wild.
You gonna say, let me tag in?
Absolutely not. But,
so here you go. Look, does this guy deserve to go to jail?
Yes.
Has he not been punished enough?
No, you break into a 90-year-old woman's house, dude. Her dog.
You know
Well,
what?
he didn't actually get in though.
I
Right?
bet you. You know, talking about being rehabilitated. I bet you this dude is rehabilitated.
That dude needs counseling.
Yeah, they think.
But in my opinion, he
He'll get
deserved
100,000.
every single thing
No, he
he
did.
got,
He
plus his
did.
prison time for breaking into that woman's house. He didn't want to get raped by them dogs. He should have stayed out of that
I
house.
lost hearing in one of my ears.
Uh-oh.
No.
I hear you're fine in both.
Well, you hear me? But I don't think that was my ears.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Your mic's working.
We ain't worried about your ears.
So yeah, no, I mean, I think. But yes, he's a criminal.
This is why
This dude just took a severe raping.
this is why I could not be a judge.
I'd be
Want to
like,
be that jury.
So the animals have to ask consent. That's what I would say if
So-
I was the lawyer
okay,
on the
but
other
here's
side. I
what
say, does the
the-
animal have
So,
to
like-
ask consent?
I wonder if she bought these dogs from Bill Cosby.
The
Okay, but-
animals ask consent from other animals
So
at
here's
any
the
time.
legal-
No.
Bill
aspects.
Cosby's a breeder.
They're arguing that the law is clear that guard dogs are permitted to use reasonable force to neutralize an extruder, and
That's
raping
reasonable.
an unarmed young man for hours isn't reasonable force. Hours, it's now.
How you gonna tell the dogs what's reasonable?
I guess they
It's
consider the owner.
it's not the same. They're taking. The dog didn't use vicious force.
Well, how pin up with them dogs that they need an hour and 45 minutes? That's what I'm thinking.
What if this? I would argue that the dudes seduced the dogs.
You know what? They're to charge him with bestiality.
They should.
Just
I'd
to-
try.
She has sworn she will not pay him one penny.
She says she'll donate everything she has to charity before she gives him a dime.
Good.
Yes.
And then she can start a GoFundMe where she gets all her money back.
Boy, like if I'd go to the courtroom and just like,
That dude would probably fall over, man.
Listen, man, if you break into somebody's house like that and something stupid happens to you, you shouldn't be able to sue for anything.
no, you
Not
should
a
not.
thing. You have no business there.
You should not. What I do, my only regret is she didn't have like a Ring camera watching it. An hour and 45 minutes getting ass raped by dogs.
I mean, what if the dog would have just held him in the house for an hour and 45 minutes and not let him get to the door? Is that unreasonable?
Well, I mean, what if you shoot one of the dude's legs off? Would that be unreasonable?
Actually, I would. Yeah, I mean that would be reasonable. I mean, what if the dog just like stuck the tip in and stopped?
Did he ask consent?
All right, let's get back on quick text.
All right.
We're really.
I don't think
digressing
dogs
here.
have to ask for consent.
Apparently not. They don't, or they didn't.
No, they did not.
Keep on. What's the next quick take?
The NCAA college football playoff title game was just a couple days ago, and look, we missed that shit by a mile when we were talking about.
Well,
it
we
the
did.
other day.
Well, now, we didn't say TCU was going to win, but we gave them props. We said, TCU would be a close game.
They didn't even.
If I'd have been here,
compete.
I'd have said Georgia's going to kill him.
Yeah.
They didn't even compete though. It wasn't even close. There was.
And you
no
know what's wild
contest.
is for the first 3/4 of the game, I'd flip. I didn't even watch the game. I'd flip into Bleacher Report to check score. All that shows is a highlight of TCU scoring. That's the only highlight they showed.
Kind of strange.
Got to save a little face and make them look at it.
I was like, oh, this is still a game. And then I look at the score. I was like, wait a second, they're down by 50. How's that?
Yeah, they're getting freaking
Well, I was going to pick up
crushed.
supper and go home, and I was going to flip the game on. And I went to the sub shop and looked up on the TV and saw the score. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm going home.
I was going to turn the game on a little later, and I was like, no, it ain't worth it.
So those were the worst ratings that's been for a college football playoff since 1999 when we started the BCS bowl season.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've missed the BCS. I liked it. I liked the arguing about it.
But
I
now-
would prefer an extended
Yeah, this is perfect.
version of the playoffs.
This is a perfect reason for extended playoffs.
Well, there was also a rumor, and this isn't verified. There was also a rumor that the NCAA approached Georgia at halftime and asked them to pull back.
I'm sure they did.
Now I can't find anything to substantiate it.
No, I haven't
And
either.
I doubt it, but the whole country probably wished they had if you were still watching at halftime.
I mean, let's be honest. The most entertaining bowl game of the season was the Liberty Bowl, and
And it was terrible.
yeah, that's just. I mean, it was entertaining for a quarter.
I really wish that they would go to a larger championship format. I don't know that it would help the competition, but these bowl games that look, unless you're a big fan, like a big fan of a certain team,
Everything I'm a fan of, I'm a big fan.
These bowl games mean nothing.
No,
Absolutely
they need to go. It's money, so they won't do it. But they need to go back like
it
it
is
was
just
where
it's
you
just
were.
a money grab for schools.
You know, used
It
to what
means
was
nothing.
it? 10 teams made bowl games. It used to mean something.
They need to just have playoffs.
Dude, Liberty Bowl used to be a big bowl game.
Yeah, but like, just the bowl games are pointless. They mean
They got the
nothing,
poinsettia
man.
bowl and
nothing. You got like the Tostito salsa and chip
Nah, the
bowl.
Duke
blah,
mayonnaise
blah, blah.
bowl
Like,
is the one
get
that
out of
just
here,
blows
man!
me
Don't
away.
nobody trying to watch that crap.
It's teams that went 6-5 or 6-8.
I didn't watch a bowl game. Not one.
I watched one.
Not a single bowl game.
I watched one as Arkansas.
That's it. I watched some of the Alabama game. They trounced.
Well, you ain't got a choice.
Kansas
You're a Wise
State.
Alabama fan.
Yeah, but they trounced Kansas
How
State.
much
They looked
more
really
of
good.
like? I know you can't do this in football, but how much more of the NCAA basketball tournament do you watch compared to football?
Well, and let's be
Bowl
real.
games.
Let's be honest. NCAA basketball. After the first weekend, a lot of people stopped watching. Although the first weekend in the NCAA tournament that's the
Man,
greatest
I watch it
sporting
almost
event.
the whole way through. I'm a basketball.
Well, I
guy,
am.
though.
I'm a guy there
But
too.
I watch it almost the whole way through, and I can watch teams that I've never seen play before and be excited about them possibly beating like a 3 seed. Right?
I mean, all you got to mention to anybody that knows anything about the NCAA is 12-5. What does 12-5 mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows 12-5.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
But basketball sets up that way because you'll have 12 seed teams that are full of seniors.
Man, and those 12-5 games are so good most of the time. You have so many 12 seeds turn into Cinderellas.
And I mean, you stop and think, you may be rooting for the 3rd or 4th, 12th best team in the league, you know? I mean, and
It's
crazy.
But the opening weekend of NCAA tournament is the greatest sporting event.
Well, 1 seeds get beat.
Yeah,
I mean,
Only twice.
but the
still
risk is
wild,
there. Yeah,
man. Yeah. How many 1 seeds usually make it to the Final Four?
not many.
It's slim. Like, it's slim. If
I'll
you're
never
picking all
forget
the ones
the
on your bracket, you're
1990
probably wrong.
And I don't know why I remember this, but 1994, the year Arkansas won the national championship, it was called the Semi-Sweet 16 because there were so many of the top teams were knocked out.
They're already gone, yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much more parity now in college sports with NIL. Kentucky sucks right now. That's got to be great for any college basketball
Is it?
fans, unless you're
I
Kentucky
think
fan.
basketball's better with Kentucky good.
I saw somewhere that Texas was courting Calipari.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
all kind of rumors.
Yeah,
about
they said they've offered him mad money, but
I think Calipari is going to stay where he is. He got a lifetime deal, right?
I
He
think
does.
so,
Like,
yeah.
why ruin lifetime money? You
He's
got
just
somebody
not
going to
getting
pay
the
you for
recruits
the rest
anymore.
of your life, man.
Yeah, he's just not getting the recruits anymore. He's not getting the one and dones. They're all going other places.
Going to Arkansas.
They're going to Arkansas.
Well, you can be paid now, too. So that Kentucky ain't
But
the only
plus
one paying
you can go pro from anywhere.
You can.
Right.
It's not like it used to be. You can go pro from anywhere.
Cocaine Bear movie coming out soon.
Well, we started
We need to
that,
go
too.
watch that. As a group, we need to go watch it.
Jamie started COVID. We started Cocaine Bear.
You know what? Let's go video it live and watch Cocaine Bear.
I think that's piracy.
Hadn't you seen the little intro where they tell you not to do that?
I don't ever pay attention to that stuff. I'm too busy getting my camera ready.
I read something. I can't find it right now, but that over 1,100 people, the police have come beating on their door for piracy over the last few months. I think it was like
It's an ARG.
sharing their passwords.
Man, I did them fools steps.
It's not piracy. You bought that crap. You can share it if you want to.
No, you can't.
They beat on my door, they're gonna beat on me.
Well, you know, Netflix was talking about cracking
Yeah.
down on all that, and
And
they're saying that they're not going to knock on your door. They're just going to throw $2 or $3 extra on your bill.
Here's the story.
They're doing that anyway.
They need to crack down on the dude from Mexico that stole my wife stuff because now our algorithm's messed up. We got all these Spanish-speaking shows.
All right, but police visit 1,000 homes of people watching online streams in piracy breakdown. Police in the UK, it's in the UK, so they've identified more than 1,000 people accessing illegal online streams.
They still got a king. I ain't worried about them.
Yeah, it's going to be coming this way. It's going to be coming this way. What else you guys want to talk about this evening? We got to get a story out of West, but that'll be actually probably for the next episode.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. What else y'all want to talk about this fine Wednesday evening, this fine Thursday morning?
See, what do we have on the slate?
Well, I saw an article about that silicone woman from India.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I saw that.
Silicone woman. I don't know about this.
God. A guy dies. A guy's wife
Yeah,
dies.
you said that backwards.
Yeah.
That really makes the story weird.
A guy's wife dies, and he pays like $3,000 for him to do a silicone replica.
So it's a
of her.
real doll of his deceased wife.
It's a real doll, life-size doll of his wife. I saw the picture, and he's like sitting beside her, and got his arm around her, and
Dang.
all kicked back. And
Is he calling Candyman to like cast the spirit of the wife into the fake doll? Y'all remember Candyman? Bees.
I do.
Plasma? That's a creepy movie.
You know, it's
man.
based on a true story.
I heard that.
Loosely,
I heard that
right?
somewhere.
Well, obviously loosely because
Well, it's about a voodoo man.
no, there was a in Chicago. There was a old woman who somebody removed the medicine cabinet out of their. They removed their medicine cabinet, removed her medicine cabinet, went through and murdered her. So that's what the story's based off of.
Coming out of the mirror.
This is
Yep.
Candyman. Yeah.
Yep.
So the man, going back to Wes's story, so the man he spent money to have a life-size silicone dummy of his dead wife made, and says he likes to comb her hair while she's sitting her favorite spot on the sofa.
I wonder if it's actually her hair.
Oh my gosh, is that the doll I'm seeing in this picture?
Is it hot?
No, it looks just like a real
Yeah.
person,
Oh, that's creepy.
and it looks like an older Indian lady.
But, call me sick or whatever you want to. I got Fortenberry in me,
Jeez, we're about to learn something here.
Yeah,
But is it anatomically correct?
So do our wives. They've had
It
four band
looks
them
like
too.
it. It looks like it.
Yeah, is it anatomically correct?
I wonder if it has the proper taint distance.
No,
Look,
no, because
look.
it's got microplastics.
If
It's got microplastics.
it's all microplastic.
Crap.
So like, if
Okay, that's freaky.
if my wife makes a silicone replica of me and she don't like exaggerate certain areas, I'd be mad.
What'd you want, a longer beard?
Yeah, I want a longer
Oh,
beard.
okay, yeah, I bet.
I want a longer. I don't want man boobs.
She's going to put the same color camo pattern on him. You
He
need at
wants
least three.
hair on his head.
I'd be like, I don't want man boobs. I want to get rid of them. Maybe get rid of my spare tire.
Dude, if she makes a dolly, it may have like your head and beard, but that'd be about it. Everything, he'll be super buff.
It'll look just like Thor or something.
Yeah,
It'll have like really big hands.
be like Chris Evans with my head on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fat Thor or skinny Thor?
Probably in between.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite version of Thor was Fat Thor. Made me feel like I could be a superhero.
Right.
All right.
You doing though?
He gonna play his music.
Every time I
again.
turn this on, Donnie starts talking. He just talks over.
Gets me excited.
Yeah. So let's kick around some ideas. We're going to start talking about conspiracy theories. What's some conspiracy theories you guys in the patio here would like to hear us talk
The
about?
moon landing is fake.
The moon landing's fake. Yes.
Yeah.
The moon landing is fake. That's one.
I,
of the ads
I
of
almost
the-
feel like we get consensus of that.
Yes.
Oh, I don't believe it's fake. But anyway, the moon.
man.
Okay, we'll try to delve into that one. What's another one that you guys would like to see us talk about?
The trip to the moon was fake.
The Earth is flat. How
So
about
let's
that?
stay on the astronaut theme. So all of the people that died in the explosion of like
Are still alive?
Yes,
Are
they're
they
still
still
no, they
alive?
all
Yes.
happen to have twins.
Doppelgangers.
Yes.
Yeah,
I saw
least.
that.
that's another one. That's a good one.
That's a good
That's
one.
a challenge. You're right.
And they all have like really good and high paying jobs now. All
Yeah.
their twins do.
Yes,
Different names.
yes.
Isn't that kinda
That's a
odd?
good one.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What's another one? What's some more conspiracy theories? Come on.
Another.
Come on, Fortenberry. You're supposed to be the
Okay,
source of
I was
conspiracy.
let me just a second.
9/11's a big one, of course.
9/11.
How many Bidens there are?
How many Bidens there are?
Huh?
Yeah, there's multiple Bidens.
Oh, God. It's
Oh,
Crazy.
Joe.
You're not talking about Hunter.
Joe
You're talking about
Biden.
multiple
Oh,
yeah.
Joes.
talking
Hey.
about multiple.
Are they
Joes.
all as dumb as the original one?
Michael Obama's used to be first lady.
Michelle. Yeah. I seen it dance and it flopped.
It does flop.
Mm-hmm.
She don't have a micro penis.
No.
So she,
No
as
tank,
a-
no
as a-
tank measurement required.
How about JFK assassination?
JFK assassination. You got the vaccine. That right there is gonna get me. Look, TikTok's already finna or YouTube's finna cut
And
me off
we're
right
done.
now.
What about
And we're done.
He's going to Candyman you. He's going to come out your phone.
what about George Soros? He's a conspiracy theorist in
Yep.
himself.
Operation Northwood.
What about the ice wall and other continents beyond the ice wall? Have y'all heard this one?
I have heard that one.
Is that from Game of Thrones?
No.
And Dragons.
Yeah, Operation Northwood. You got that one. You've got because that's actually about. What about the?
What about made up dinosaurs?
Hmm?
Dinosaurs weren't real. Have you ever heard that one?
Yeah,
haven't heard that.
dinosaurs. Yeah, dinosaurs aren't a real thing.
The World Cup being in Russia and where was that just at?
Ooh.
Qatar.
Qatar. Yeah, there's
I've
a
been to Qatar.
conspiracy theory about that was all paid for and they cheated to get those in Russia and Qatar.
Princess dies murder.
Princess dies murder. I mean, the vaccine is going to be one of my personal favorites. The moon landing ish will be one of my personal favorites.
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Yeah, what about aliens? Roswell? We got
don't
there's a
think-
lot coming out about UFOs
I don't
and aliens.
think that's conspiracy, though.
But
Is
the
it?
cover up. Is it not?
So what about, have y'all seen the thing where there's technology to project images in the sky now? Have y'all seen this?
I saw it on
You can
Spider-Man.
project like realistic looking images in the sky, and people believe this is how they're gonna fake the second coming of Christ and the Antichrist and all these different things, and fake a UFO invasion. There's like all different kinds of things they're supposedly gonna fake with this technology to project holograms in the sky. You haven't seen this?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
The murder of Pope John Paul the First.
What about just the whole
I got to go.
conspiracy around the Catholic Church and all of the pagan type attachments and imagery and stuff like that?
I don't necessarily think is that a conspiracy theory though. I thought that was kind of understood that it. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just thought that was kind of a standard.
Hey, Jimmy, what's the home of the, trying to think of the name of the, you can buy home stuff at,
Lowe's.
no,
Home Depot.
Home goods.
hold on. You can buy
He's as
crafting
bad as
stuff.
I am. See, it's a
Yes,
Fortenberry
Fortenberry
thing.
thing.
It's
The
Walmart.
crafting place where you can buy crafting stuff.
Oh, the Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Yeah, you know
Charlie
Hobby
goes to the
Lobby.
Hoblob.
You know Hobby Lobby is the #1 supporter of terrorism.
Osama bin Laden was over there
They
making crafts.
finance.
I think it's the gas station at 20th
Hobby
and
Lobby.
Broadway.
Hobby Lobby buys all this. I don't know if it's conspiracy, if you call it conspiracy, but apparently they buy all these religious artifacts because they're a super religious company. They buy all these religious artifacts.
Are they
So
not
these
a-
terrorists go in the Middle East. They go say, "Hey, we got the nail that nailed Christ to the cross. You want to buy it? It's $10 million." Hobby Lobby, okay, sure.
Okay,
Birds aren't real. Have y'all heard of that one?
I have heard
Yes,
of that
I've
one.
heard that
Yes. You know, there are actually drones that are used that are birds, right? They look
Yep.
like birds. Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah, but birds are still real.
look, I've shot plenty of doves. They're real, right?
Okay, I think we've hit on several we're going to touch on, but one starting next week, we're going to do a two-part series. We're going to talk on Tuesday and Thursday, both next week, about the athlete deaths, about what's going on with athletes, about the heart problems in athletes, and ultimately, we then will talk more about
The COVIDs.
if COVID and the COVID vaccine or other things associated with COVID might be contributing to some of these items. Okay, so you'll want to join us next week. We should all be back in studio.
Next week we'll be building up to go to the Marty Ray project.
And don't forget about Marty Ray on January 21st.
Y'all got your tickets, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Hey, were y'all staying up there? Or y'all
Hell
can,
no.
Man, we ain't staying in Blythe. We ain't trying to get
About an
robbed.
hour away. We'll be fine.
I
I figure
do
we'll
gotta
meet
ask
at
him.
T's house and we'll roll out from here.
Yeah,
And we're gonna have a good crowd. We're gonna have like 20 people in our group.
I was gonna ask him the question about seeing a man rob a bank, but I didn't remember he's from Blythe, so it's probably true.
So,
I saw somebody on Facebook say they bought 20 tickets. Or maybe it was 30 tickets or something themselves. So it may be a good crowd. It may be a good crowd.
I hope so,
But
man. I
get
hope
you some
people show up
tickets.
for it.
Get some tickets.
I hope
Join
they
us.
sell alcohol there.
They probably don't.
I don't think they do. I'm prepared. I'm gonna get a flask or two.
Maybe we need a party bus.
Save me, save me from
Maybe a party bus.
Jamie needs a pan of brownies.
And a pan of
Two-
brownies.
We'd get lost.
2 fists of turkey so he can get lost in Blythe.
We'd never make it to
We need a
bar.
party bus, dude.
We do not need a party bus.
I think we need a party bus.
the riverside and lead me while my mother cries. 'Cause somebody done took from an outlaw. Take my picture down from the courthouse wall. I'm living in the clouds and I ain't gon' fall. Somebody done saved this outlaw.